Hello, dear learner. I, Mr. Sri Krishna Baukar, from Delonic Society's Bharamati College of Pharmacy, Baranpur. Here I am welcomes all of you in the part 2 of flow of fluid. In last session, we have discussed about what is flow, what is fluid, what are the types of fluid, and what are the properties of fluid. In this part 2, here I am going to cover what is fluid statics, what are the different types of manometers such as simple manometer, differential manometer and inclined tube manometer. So after completion of this topic, students should able to define the fluid statics, discuss principle and applications of manometer. So here is a time to think and reflect. So pause this video and write down the answer for the question, what are the uses of manometer in pharmaceutical industry? So to find out answer of this question, we need to discuss this chapter in detail. This flow of fluid, the chapter flow of fluid is divided into two basic parts. First one is the fluid statics, next one is the fluid dynamics. So here is question, what is fluid statics and what is fluid dynamics? So fluid statics deals with the fluid at rest in equilibrium, while fluid dynamics deals with the fluids at motion. So fluid statics, the behavior of liquid at rest is depend upon the nature of pressure exerted by the liquid and the variation of pressure at different layers in the liquid are some of the relevant aspects in pharmaceutical engineering. So here we are going to discuss pressure differences between layers of liquid. Consider a column of a liquid which is shown in figure A. This column having two openings. The two openings are provided to the walls of the vessel at different heights. The rate of flow from these openings is different. This is due to the differences in the pressure exerted at different heights. This behavior can be quantitatively expressed as. Then consider a stationary column of a liquid as shown in figure B. The pressure PS is in Pascal is acting on the surface of the fluid. The stationary column is maintained at constant pressure by applying pressure PS in Pascal at a point A. Now let us consider the cross section of the column B as meter square and is uniform from top to the bottom, that is area is S meter square. The force which is acting on the liquid at different levels of the liquid column can be determined. The force expressed in Newton which is acting on each side. Here we are going to consider the horizontal components of the point 1 are mutually nullified. The force in Newton acting below and above the point 1 are evaluated. So to find out the pressure at point 1 and at point 2, here we need to explain mathematical expression. This mathematical expression is force acting on the liquid at point 1 is equal to force on the surface plus force exerted by the liquid above the point 1. As we know that pressure is the force per unit area, that means pressure is expressed in terms of force into area of the cross section. So by using this equation, we can write down the force with pressure into area of cross section. That means we have to put, instead of force, pressure into area of the cross section. So by Rearranging this equation, pressure at point 1 into surface area is equal to pressure on the surface area into pressure on the surface into surface area plus mass into acceleration due to the gravity. As we know that mass is equal to volume into density, so we have to put volume into density instead of mass. So the previous equation we can write down in the form of P1S is equal to P2S plus volume into density into acceleration due to gravity. As we know that volume is equal to height into area, then we have to put height into area instead of volume in above equation. Then we can get the new equation as P1S is equal to P2S plus height into area into density into acceleration due to gravity. That is P1S is equal to P2S plus H1S rho g. Since surface area is same, so the previous equation will be converted to P1 is equal to PS plus H1 rho g. Therefore, pressure acting on point 2 may be written as P2 is equal to PS plus H2 rho g. Now, the differences in the pressure is obtained by P2 minus P1 is equal to PS plus H2 rho g minus PS plus H1 rho g. Therefore, P2 minus P1 is equal to G into bracket PS plus H2 rho bracket close minus into bracket PS plus H1 rho close this bracket G. Therefore, delta P is equal to G into PS plus H2 rho minus PS minus H1 rho. Therefore, delta P is equal to G into H2 minus H1 into rho. And final equation is delta P is equal to delta H rho G. This equation gives an expression for the pressure difference between the two layers of the liquid in a steady state. So next part is manometer. Actually, manometers are the devices which are used for measuring the pressure difference. There are different types of manometers are available in market, such as simple manometer, differential manometer and inclined tube manometer. So here is simple manometer. This is the most commonly used type of manometer. It consists of a glass U-shaped tube filled with a liquid A of density rho A, and above A the arms are filled with liquid B which is having a density rho B, and density is measured in terms of kilogram per meter cube. The liquid A and B are immiscible and the interface can be seen clearly. If two different pressures are applied on the two arms of the meniscus of the one liquid will be higher than the other. Let pressure at point 1 will be P1 Pascal and point 5 will be P2 Pascal. The pressure at point 2 can be written as the pressure at point 2 is equal to P1 plus in bracket M plus R into rho Bg, where M plus R is the distance from point 3 to 5. Since the point 2 and 3 are at same height, the pressure at 3 can be written as pressure at point 3 is equal to P1 plus into bracket M plus R into rho Bg, and pressure at point 4 can be written as pressure at point 4 is equal to P2 plus Gm rho B, or P1 plus rho B into bracket M plus R into G minus rho A R G. Both the equations should be equal. Therefore, P2 plus Gm rho B is equal to P1 plus rho B into bracket M plus R, close this bracket, into G minus rho A Rg. Therefore, by rearranging this equation, P1 minus P2 is equal to Gm rho B minus rho B into bracket M plus R bracket close into G plus rho A Rg. Therefore, delta P is equal to Gm rho B minus Gm rho B minus R rho Bg plus R rho A. Therefore, delta P is equal to R into bracket rho A minus rho B into G. Now, the important conclusions drawn from the last equation are, it is very easy to measure R value, that R value in meter, that is the differences in the level of liquid A in two lanes. The value delta P Pascal is independent of the value of the M and also the dimensions of the U-tube. Now, the applications of simple manometer. Simple manometer helps to measuring the consumption of gases in the chemical reaction. Manometers are used to conjunction with flow meter for the measurement of fluid flow. For example, venturimeter and orifice meter are used for the measurement of pressure head using a manometer. Pitot tube measure the velocity using manometer. Now next part is differential manometer. This manometer is suitable for measurement of small pressure difference between the 2 points. It is also known as two fluid U-tube manometer. It consists of two immiscible liquid A and B having nearly same densities. The U-tube contains a large chamber on the both limb. Hence, the meniscus of the liquid in these enlarged chamber does not changes appreciably with change in the reading R. By using the principle of simple manometer, the pressure differences in this type of manometer can be written as delta P is equal to P1 minus P2. It is equal to R into bracket rho C minus rho A, close this bracket, into G. Now, the last type is inclined tube manometer. Many applications require accurate measurement of flow pressure such as drafts and very low differentials, primarily in air and gas installations. In these applications, the manometer is arranged with the indicating tube incline as in figure, therefore providing an expanded scale. This enables the measurement of small pressure changes with increased accuracy. We can calculate this accuracy by using formula P1 minus P2, that is delta P is equal to GR into bracket rho A minus rho B into sine A. So here is complete fluid statics, manometer and types of manometer. Thank you.